Hey guys, it's Bruce from the Joinery Coach. Just hanging out today in my little brick office. Yeah, we've been having some really, really good conversations with people in the last couple of weeks, not only in the hub, but just in general. We've been getting a number of inquiries and just general conversations that we've been having. One of the things it's been coming up a lot is people that I'm talking to directly are saying they're stuck. They've been in business for 3 years or 10 years. Usually been in business for a little bit of time, and they're just feeling like they're stuck and not really sure what's holding them back, but they do feel like they're being held back. And I just wanted to say that I get it. I relate to that. Many, many years ago, I remember feeling the same way when I was stuck in my business. We'd gone on for quite a while, not really growing or not doing anything particularly great. And what I know now is I'd kind of tapped out of my own abilities. I hadn't learned anything new for a long period of time. So therefore the business kind of got stuck. And what happens is you have this slow grind where everything starts kind of slowing down. And I got to a point where I was, feeling really, really apprehensive and unwilling to make a decision for fear that decision was going to be, the last bad decision that was sort of the final nail in the coffin that's going to sink us. So this is a real common thing with a lot of people that have been in business and maybe haven't learned new things or added new skills or knowledge to your own abilities. You tend to get stuck, and it can be a really bad thing. And pretty soon you hear this whoosh of everybody going past you. So this is why I do what I do, and this is why I love doing what I do, because I love helping people get unstuck. And the reason that I love it so much is I remember very, very distinctly a day back in 2002. I made a very, very clear decision, and it was almost like I did hear that click in my brain that after a number of years of things not going so great, and it was a number of years, unfortunately, I finally made a decision to stop. And I wasn't 100% certain what I was going to do next, but I was very, very clear and dedicated that this path that I'm on right now was not going to take me to where I wanted to be. And it was actually taking away the lifestyle that I wanted to create for myself and my family when I started the business. We started business, many years before that with this great sort of vision of I want to create this great lifestyle. I want to create this great, wealth and freedom for myself. And here I was so many years later with all of that completely gone and not even an inkling that I was going to create that. And it just drains the life out of you. And a lot of people go on like that for many years. And so my point is that, making that decision to stop and not necessarily closing your business or selling your business off like I did, but making a decision to stop and put clear and concise effort into finding the path or the road that will get you to where you want to go. Because every single day on this road that doesn't get you to where you want to go is a day wasted. And I'm not sure about you, but in those early years, I had a young family and a new wife, and I very much regret wasting all that time because, I lost some of the years when my son was growing up, and I lost those good years with my wife, and you can't ever get them back. And even when I think about it now, it becomes an emotional experience because I had a choice to make, and I didn't make the right choices back then. And what I like to help people with is to make good choices right now. And sometimes those choices are hard choices to make. But I know one thing. I know that after I procrastinated for so many years, the day that I stopped and I said, right, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to do something else that's going to get me where I want to go. The day that I did that, I felt a whole raft of emotions. I felt an immediate sort of sense of relief and weight being lifted off my shoulders, because that burden and that weight that I'd carried for so many years without doing anything about it was a weight that I carried with me every single day. But as soon as I made a decision that I'm not doing this anymore, I felt that weight lifted off my shoulders. I did feel fairly terrified because I wasn't sure what we were going to do or what the future held. But I also knew that future that I was seeing that was uncertain was a whole lot better than the certain that I was seeing, or the future that I was seeing that I knew was not the future that I wanted. So it was much better to move forward into an uncertain future, knowing that I am now sort of rewriting that path, than staying on the road towards the future that I knew wasn't going to help me and get me where I wanted to go. So decisions needed to be made, and I waited far too long to make that decision. But I feel like I am one of the fortunate ones in that I did make a decision, and I did make some changes that from that day to now have put me on the path to where I want to go. And I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm driven by that passion to help others do something along those lines. An interesting thing, statistics say that people that are 45 years and older and have been in business for a long time actually have the greatest potential to become highly successful. 45 years and older and have been in business for a long time have the greatest potential to become successful. Most of them don't know it because the statistics also say that most people in that age category do not go on to become successful if they've struggled for a long period of time. The reason for that is because we get stuck and stop making decisions and risky decisions. And, that's a problem for a lot of people in business, just feeling like you're stuck and not prepared to make a decision. What are some of the good decisions you can make? Good decisions are just making decisions on things. Sometimes it's going to be the wrong decision and you're going to have a failure. But at least you learn something from your failures and then you can move on. Being stuck and not making decisions and even having failures in front of you gives you no opportunity to learn. And it's those learnings that we use as a collective force for us as we get older to make better decisions. Again, like I say, when you stop making decisions, you stop making bad decisions, and then the learning essentially stops. And that's what gets us stuck. So really, one of the things that I'm really trying to help people with is just to make decisions. Know that it's an uncertain future because we cannot. Something that Steve Jobs said. I think it was a brilliant statement. You cannot connect the dots moving forward. You cannot predict the future. You don't know what's going to happen. You can only connect the dots looking back. So we never know what the future is going to hold. But work on what you do know. If you can look at yourself and say, this business is not taking me to where I want to go, today, right now, this second is the time to stop and create a new path. And there are all kinds of people out in the world that will help you. It gets even more difficult these days because there's all kinds of people that say they can help you and actually can't. When you choose someone to help you, choose someone that has a track record of people like you that have gone through the same journey that you're going through and get you to where you want to go. I think that that has a lot of weight. I have a business coach myself, and he had hundreds of people like me that had started out and needed some growth and some extra learning. And I used that to say, well, I want to be like them. One of the things, obviously, in the Journey Coach is we do have a number of people that are within a certain sort of demographic and within a certain sort of sphere of business, being joinery businesses, cabinet making businesses, furniture, shop fitting type businesses. And we're very, very proud of the fact that we help people get unstuck and moving forward quickly. So if you feel like you want to get unstuck, there's no cost, there's no obligation. Just book a call and we can have a quick chat. And who knows, maybe in that single chat, I can help you get unstuck and moving forward. Or maybe we can find out that we can do more for you or we can work together. But we won't know that until we actually have a chat. And the worst that could happen is I might help you get unstuck. And I'd be really happy if I can do that. Hopefully that's making some sense. If it's resonating with you, anything that I've said here today, if it resonates with you, if it feels like it kind of hits home a little bit, just put a little comment in the box and just say, yep, that's me, or yep, got it. Just give me a little comment to know that I'm not just rambling to nobody. And I'd love to hear from you. If you feel like sending a private message, that's fine too. Looking forward to hearing from you. Hopefully that's been some help to you. Get unstuck. Don't be afraid of bad decisions. No decision is worse than a bad decision because at least you can learn from your bad decisions. So get unstuck today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Bruce from the Journey Coach. Have a great day. Peace out.